That's going to be huge. Massive hit. Wow. That's what we like to see. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 14 of my Fulda Gap campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously, we really started to put the pain on the pack forces near Schluchten. The 8th Armoured Cavalry Squadron has been starting to fight back against this salient, and the 2nd Squadron of the 11th Armoured Cav is hitting them in the flank. And we managed to do quite a lot of damage in the previous battle. We're going to be attacking here again to get ourselves started today. So let's prepare the attack with the 11th Armoured Cavalry Regiment. And I could also bring in some more bombers again or something, just for funsies. Get the F4Fs out. Let's do that. Alright, all tactical battle. And we'll jump on in. I think I actually said total victory, so I probably could have auto-resolved, but we'll play it out for this one. We're actually going back into another night map, which is really cool. Big fan of the changes in ambience and time of day on a lot of these maps. Quite a deep map for us. We've got to go quite far in order to capture these sectors. I think what we'll do is we'll send an armoured group towards Charlie, an armoured group towards Bravo, and then we'll converge into Alpha. So let's get the M1A1 ACAV with a bunch of Abrams on this left side. We will bring up an M577, and I'll do an ACAV for the right with a bunch of Abrams again. I'm mostly going to be using Abrams in this fight because their forces are going to be mainly comprised of BMPs, and those BMPs will have missiles that can kill the Bradleys pretty effectively. So yeah, I'm going to avoid giving them things to kill. So Abrams it is. Alright, let's launch the battle. Off we go. Shouldn't take too long, I imagine. Just have to be careful with that M577 CPC. And I also might want to bring up some scouts to provide me with some extra recon capability. Because the optics on the M1A1s, but even the ACAV, is only good. So there is a chance that we might not spot the enemy before they start firing at us. Whereas if we have the infantry scouts nearby, I think it will be okay. We're going to start spreading these out.
Finger on trigger. War Daddy to Red Leader. I'm listening.
If I have multiple of the same selected, I can use Tab to scroll through them. It's a question I get asked all the time.
I am listening, Captain. Enemy spotted.
Just allows you to give orders nice and quick. Since we have 4, we will bring in an F4F. 4 points. And we'll use it to try and take out this T-80 BV. I didn't think that they would have much in the way of armor left, but something fun for the F4F to do with its Maverick missiles. Ooh, that's not good. Side shot. One big difficulty we're going to have is, because I'm paying attention to like 2 different sides of the map, if I zoom in too much, I'm going to lose units, I imagine.
What are your orders, sir?
I'm not sure where the BV went. Did we already destroy it? No, that's a burning BMP. Looks really cool in this lighting.
Waiting for instructions. Is there something you want burned out there? Go.
See if we can take out that T-80B.
Back up! Back up! Yes, Captain. All ammo spent. It's hard here.
Okay, let's move that one forwards. This one can come over here. We'll drop a missile into the BMP-1. Oh, that's quite a lot of AA, so never mind.
Damn, that was close. Waiting for instructions.
I will have the scouts
Driving at full speed.
move here, and then move up the tree line.
Ready. Good job, gunner. Backward.
All of these are falling back towards where the helmets are coming in. And over on this right side, we have a nice defense sort of set up here, but I do want to continue
And destroy.
pushing to the right. So I am just going to head through
Waiting for instructions.
the tree line here. As long as we keep our front facing enemy infantry in this close cover, I reckon we can face tank a lot of the RPGs.
He's right dead. I'll lead the attack myself, sir. Combat speed, driver. Right on the mark.
Bring up some more Abrams for the right. Because even though these are all going to get fixed up nicely,
Right on the mark.
I have a feeling that we need a few more. Oh, the bailout, no! That's not good.
I am listening, Captain.
That's really not good.
Let's go. Stay quiet.
Goodbye, Abrams. It was nice knowing you. I'm starting to think I should be bringing in mortars more frequently at the start in order to smoke units that get crit by these ATGMs.
At your orders. Tank ready. Captain.
There it goes.
Roger.
Guess in theory the crew's still alive, so not the end of the world. But yeah, it does suck that we lose the Abrams like that.
War will be over by Christmas. Driving at full speed.
When I say the crew's alive, that's just like in the metagame, it doesn't actually
Follow me.
affect anything actually in the game, just so to avoid any confusion.
Yes, sir.
There's still a dead M1A1 on the campaign map.
Hunting for commies.
We'll have this Abrams head back. So they're continuing to bring stuff down on that right hand side.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
Whoa, that's not good.
I'm running out of ammo.
Smoke off.
I hear you
We need to
loud
get
and clear.
this line sorted out so we aren't taking side shots.
Take cover, Lieutenant. Yes, Captain.
Right, those two Abrams can move up. This one will reverse back and go get repaired. We'll keep up the pressure. Keep bringing in more tanks. I might also bring up a Bradley or two just so that we actually have... Oh, was that a side shot? There's no way. Did not look like a side shot whatsoever, but I guess it was. Another one bites the dust. Unfortunate. Let's keep those scouts on return fire. Yeah, not having the ground recon on the left definitely stinging me there. Because the M1A cabs babysitting these tanks. No, showing their side armor like that is so risky. Let's carry on. Get a shot onto this Gvozdyka. No reason to just let that sit there and fire at us. Take him out, boys. That's a lot of shots coming in from the side. Some cheeky micro is needed to stop them getting side shots. Just using the reverse key there to make sure that the front was always facing in the right direction to soak all those ATGMs, because a side hit is going to do a lot of damage. Right, let's have this move up towards the center. They only have 21 morale left, so we should probably try and focus on just breaking that rather than going for the conquest victory. Right, I need the ACAV over here because we are certainly quite blind in these engagements. I'm also tempted to get another ATF-4. That was a side shot. We're getting hit by ATGMs coming out of these buildings, which is not good. I was hoping this scout would spot more than it has. Unfortunately, the Maverick missed. Not that time. So only 11 morale left. Let's finish them off. We'll bring up a couple of bombers. Take out some of these Monostraki. Scouts will be getting to the edge of this tree line soon so that the M1 Abrams can get their shots on target. The thermal sights on the Abrams certainly coming handy. Very nice. That one can leave. Not long now. Get the other bomber in. Bomb the Pulamachiki. See about getting the scouts up. That Abrams driving into the center on its own is a very bad idea. Actually, that could be a nice kill for the bomber. Oh, yeah, there we go. And you can see the shockwave at the end there. That's really cool. Beautiful. 60 kills, 8 losses. 2 M1A1s going down, unfortunately. But we take those. That was a good battle, and we'll do a lot of damage to disorganize that unit. Nice. The Razvedka battalion didn't back them up, though. What would have been nice is if I'd just auto-resolved it. That would have been wiped out completely, and we would have got more points towards the goal. But that was fun. Where do we want to go next with our troops? I'm not really sure there's too much more to do this turn. We've done our attacks down here. We'll have to prepare for counterattacks, although I imagine a lot of these troops will try and escape from the salient. In the positions further up, we've already kind of moved all of our troops. I think we're just ready to move on to the next turn, to be honest. I can just quickly click through to make sure that we've moved everything we want to. I might be able to move this unit forwards slightly and redeploy the AA further up so that it covers all of these units on the edge. Yeah, most of these guys seem in a good spot. So let's just move on to the next turn. See what the Pact want to do. They are engaging the 68th Armoured Battalion at Schluchten. Okay, so we are going to be having to defend against the T-80Bs once again. This unit has already used up the majority of its T-80Bs, so it should be interesting. We can either bring in one of the engineer battalions, or we could bring in the HQ unit. Let's just have a look. What do we get at here? So we got field supply points, loads of forward deploy Humvees, and military police. Kind of like the idea of the FOBs for use with artillery, but we don't really have much artillery if we just bring in that unit on its own. Actually, saying that, we can use the Panzer artillery back here, the M109s. We'll definitely bring those in. I think I'm going to bring in an engineer battalion. I think if there was rockets, like I had more rockets, like M270s or something, using a FOB would be ideal. But we'll just back ourselves up with the 54th to make sure that we have enough command points. And then air support is actually something we can bring in, I think, because the AA does not reach Schluchten. So what would I bring in to support? Maybe the F-16s can have a go. That could be fun. Alright, tactical battle. And we'll jump on in. We haven't really used the F-16 ground attack aircraft much. We have seen the F-16 AA. Yeah, this will be good fun. It's actually going to be kind of a difficult engagement though, because of these towns. Especially dealing with a lot of the T-80s. So, how do I want to do this? My engineers... We do have engineers with dragons. So those could be useful in the town to take down many of the tanks if they push into the town. But, truth be told, I think Abrams is the way. Abrams is probably still the way. That being said, you know, we get enough engineers across the front here. And I think we'll be blasting them to pieces with plenty of dragons. Let's try it. Switch things up a little bit. We'll bring in all of the engineers with dragons. And try and unload these in the high rises here. So that we can just launch dragons everywhere on that side. I'll bring in a leader that can kind of just chill behind. And then on the right side we can maybe do the same thing, although this town isn't as good. Or city isn't as good. Because this one, you kind of have this sort of open area in the middle with like the field here. Football field. Whereas on this one you don't really have that kind of central area where you can snipe with a lot of HGMs. Like I could put them in here maybe, or like some in these high rises, for example. We could do that. Let's do that. We'll do 2 in here, and we'll do 2 in here, and then we can support them with tanks on the roads. I think that's probably a good idea. I am going to need armored units for the open, so we'll do that. We'll just send 3 tanks there. And then, yeah, we'll do Abrams here. The nice thing about these infantry is they'll kind of act like recon for my tanks. So, should be okay in that regard. That being said, let's bring up a few recon units. We'll put one in the high rise there. And I'll probably put one... See, we'll put one in this building further back. I may also want a unit on the right side to keep an eye on this. We'll put one here that can keep an eye on the main road, whilst also giving us a little bit of information on what's on either side. Sounds good. We don't want to forget leader for the right side. I could bring in an M577, that'll do. Okay. Let's just chuck that into the town. We'll launch the battle and we'll see how we get on. So let's see how the engineers perform. Then on the first tick, I'm probably going to start bringing in some of these F-16s. The cluster ones will be particularly important for crushing the enemy tanks. I'll make sure to actually remember to do that early on this time. And we'll let the Iltis leave, because these Iltis getting killed will reduce our morale.
At your orders. Finger on trigger. I am listening, Captain. This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Looking for enemy planes.
That's good. Let's move back the M113s.
Platoon formed and ready. This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Right on the mark. Engine is running.
And these can be used if we need to engage enemy infantry at range. Till then, we'll just keep them out of line of sight. And we'll start getting those F-16s on call. I'm going to bring in another recon unit to this right-hand side of the town. I've already used all the ones from that, unfortunately. Maybe a green archer over here would be a good idea.
Squadron ready. I hear you loud and clear.
We will kill the T-80 in one shot.
Gunner. Bomber ready.
Just keep the F-16 on the backside.
He's right dead.
Producer going down already is really good as well. I mean, I do have the Alpha Cutter there, so that should be spotting. Yeah, so we should be fine actually on recon.
Beware, Tommy's nearby.
I think what I'm going to do though is we'll bring up a couple of units for this road.
Bomber ready.
We'll let the F-16 just kill that BMP-1. And we'll buy in some more.
Beware, Tommy's nearby.
I'm just going to speed it up for a second, because the
Beware, Tommy's nearby.
enemy troops are not coming at us too aggressively at the moment. I'm tempted to start moving up
Beware, Tommy's nearby.
in the city.
Ready to attack control.
The T-80 this time won't get side shot because we've already revealed our positions with the M1A ones. So we'll get the F-16 to come in.
We've got casualties.
And the other thing that I'm going to want to do is make sure that I have supply ready to go for the repairs.
Be a target.
Okay, let's actually now move forwards.
Well done, guys.
The engineers.
Everybody, check your ammo. Raven 4, waiting for action. Feind gesichtet. It's hot here! Go on, control.
Just a 1v1 there, so the cluster can just help finish that sooner than later. Don't want any funky business, thank you very much. Beautiful. Okay,
Platoon is formed.
we'll continue to move up with these engineers. See if we can take the far side
Ready.
of this town.
I am listening, Captain. Beware, Tommy's nearby. At your orders.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to try and get these Abrams into positions to flank that crossing. I'm going to bring up a couple of ACAVs here.
Any target?
As soon as we see a T-80, F-16, back in, please. Also, we can bring in the one with the laser-guided bombs. The one with the napalm would be good for enemy infantry and sort of light targets that don't have much armor.
Copy. Right up. Get
Even
in formation.
can use them to take out igloos and such.
On my way.
Because I'm kind of tempted to napalm these buildings.
Major 5, ready. One less copy. Summit, Befehlsausgabe. Well done, guys. Winchester. Second platoon ready, sir. We've got
There we go. Napalm doing its work.
second platoon ready, sir. This war will be over by Christmas.
I'll move forwards the M113s. And to be honest, I might just be able to move these tanks up on the left side of the town. So let's just do that as well. On right side of the town, sorry. And that way we can engage anything that comes up this road. We're getting to a position where we are going to put pressure on their command. So that's nice. Look at those dragons flying everywhere.
We've got platoon formed and ready.
I'm also thinking that I want to bring up some Abrams
Bomber ready.
just to
Go on, control.
engage these tanks at range, because the engineers really won't do a great job.
Raven 4, waiting for action.
Our laser guided bomb hit the mark nicely.
Well done, guys. Calm down speed, driver. To all units, enemy sighted. If the enemy is in range, so are we. Well done, guys. Well done, guys.
I managed to smoke just in time.
Just give me a target.
Lovely. Even if it doesn't get the kill in one run, it just makes them so vulnerable to these M1A1s.
Get down.
Great, so left side secure. Now we got to work on the center. Let me see if I can get these M35 supplies to fix up that M1A1.
This is Red 2.
An interesting battle so far, especially using the engineers instead of just tanks for once.
Well done, guys. What are your orders, sir? Move, but watch our flanks. Yes, Captain. Successful hit. At your orders. This
I
is
could bring in
Red
my own artillery to counter battery. I think we'll start doing that.
If the enemy is in range, so are we. Halt!
I'm also going to bring up some more supply, because a lot of these engineers will have used up many of their dragons. We'll want to replenish those.
Copy, right up. Get in formation.
We get M113 supply from the artillery group, so we can bring that in as well.
Just give me
Another
a target.
2 T-80Bs, okay. We should probably look at advancing in the center here.
Go on, control.
I'm a bit worried about the enemy AA in the center though.
Ready.
We'll try and go for a cluster strike with the F-16, but I'm almost certain it might get shot down.
Raven 4.
We'll see. There's a lot of tanks here. Oh, that is definitely worth a strike.
Medic! All units, enemy sighted. Ready.
That's going to be huge. Massive hit. Wow. That's what we like to see. Alright, we'll do it again with the 2 more that have come up behind. That was a huge strike.
Be careful.
Nice hit by the laser guided bomb, even though I fired that last minute.
Calm down speed, driver.
Here comes the next F-16.
Go on. It's hot here.
And that should win us that engagement
Assault formation
nicely.
on me.
Oh, gotta be careful we don't back up into that artillery.
Successful hit. My staff and myself are ready, sir.
And we'll be looking into counter battery here soon.
Feuerbereit.
First of all, let's try and smash those T-80s.
Neuen Verfügungsraum. Well done, guys. Ready. Heads down.
Okay. More supply, please.
All ammo spent.
Gonna put this on nothing while idle so it doesn't seek cover. I can take out the T-80B there with the artillery. That's pretty big, actually. Very good. Okay, next up, we just need more tanks here.
What are your orders, sir?
And we'll bring back the cluster.
Have your orders. Reverse, but keep facing the enemy. Red 6, mount it up. It's hard here.
Those have run out of ammo.
Orders, Captain.
I see.
Good job, gunner. Roger, search and destroy. Roger, redeploy. Now. Yes, Captain.
Well, we'll hopefully hit that first. Good. But that's going to want to back up.
I'm listening. Damn, that was close. Versorgung kann eingeleitet werden.
I can also bring across the M113s to help with the 50 cals here.
Touchdown. Bomber ready.
I see about taking out that Igla. Oh, it's dead anyway. Or we'll just napalm them, no striking matters.
What are your orders, sir? Roger, search and destroy.
These supply vehicles can come over here and help fix up that M1A1.
Any target?
Good. Yeah, this has actually been a pretty interesting battle so far. It hasn't been so chaotic as some of the others. It's been a lot more structured. We've had really solid tactics in these cities so far, and it's worked out for us. That being said, the M35 dying for free there is not necessarily the best tactic. Let's maybe bring up some mortars to help out on that side.
Red 6.
And we're going to want to look for counter battery. So let me go for the counter battery order. And we'll see where it makes them fire. And we'll invest in even more M109s. Okay, looks like they're going to target the mortar that we could see firing. That is fine.
Medic!
What do you need, Captain? On the road again.
Red 6, mount it up.
I didn't mean to pause it there.
Enemy spotted.
There's a Gavozdika like right here. I'm just going to hit that
Going there.
with a cluster.
Waiting for instructions. Combat speed, driver.
Neuen Einsatzraum.
Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört. Beware, Tommy's nearby. Loud and clear. Winchester. Touchdown.
Nice, 2 kills.
Bomber ready.
And that's perfect.
Yes,
Very
sir.
nice.
Engaging target. Reverse, but keep facing the enemy. Go on, control.
And we can laser guide a bomb these ones. I do also have HE bombers
Go back.
that might be handy in this situation because the laser guided bomb
Just give me a target.
is unlikely to one-shot
At your order.
the TATB. So we swing the laser guided bomb into it, and then we bomb the one behind with a normal bomb.
Down. I hear you.
We hit both.
Roger.
One of them
Search
dies.
and
Perfect.
destroy. Good job, gunner.
Right, we have the reinforcements arriving. I think it's time to make a bit of a counter-attack in the center.
At your orders. Roger. Search and destroy.
Welcome. Out.
Successful hit.
Achtung. Feindnahbereich.
See if we can push them out of here entirely.
Good job, gunner. Red 6.
If I can get to this tree line, we can most likely cut off most of the reinforcements coming into the center. Then I've just got to be worried about units coming down this road. The difficulty we have is that we don't have any like decent direct fire HGMs. Like we've got mechanized rifles with dragons here. They actually have Dragon 2s, which is nice, but
Well done, guys.
we don't need HGMs. We just need normal AT.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
Well, we've managed to secure
Search and destroy.
this flag at least, this conquest point. We'll continue to try and make ground here.
Good job, gunner.
Move up the Avtala.
Ryan, get down.
Well, that's a big clump of T-80s. But that doesn't matter. We won by morale victory. Alright, I didn't even see that coming. 123 kills, 0 losses. That's what we like to see. So M1A1's doing fantastically. The F-16's doing exactly what they were there for. Honestly, that was a really, really solid battle. That felt so good to play. Because it was like I used proper infantry tactics to hold that city down. Now we're up to 91 points. I think next turn gonna be a lot of potential for attacks on this top side near Arsfeld. We'd definitely have to deal with this unit that's cutting in behind us. That unit's dead on its own. Okay. That is a big old tank battalion heading towards the 36th. So what we'll do is we'll move up the 67th. And we'll have the 36th nearby to back them up. If the 36th gets attacked, then the 67th can reinforce those twice, so that's perfectly fine. Alright, let's just blow up these guys. They are on their own. That would be a minor defeat. Let's just use that and maybe bring up the artillery support. Just make that a total victory. So that removes that threat from our flank. We'll push in the 67th Armoured Battalion here. And prepare an attack. I didn't think we had enough left to attack, but we do, so we can blow them up. Very good. That's worked fantastically. It's 93 points on the board. We're of course going to be continuing to engage units around this salient. I might also want to attack into these units. I'm not sure we have the fatigue to do that. I wouldn't want to overextend at the last minute and lose troops for free. I reckon what we can do is just engage this unit of T-ATBs and BMPs with just one of the Panzer battalions. And then if we kind of cut off this attempt at breaking towards Auersfeld, then we can use this Panzer battalion to potentially slice all the way into Niederalla. Actually, that's probably a terrible idea, because one of these units is definitely going to cut across and engage us. How's this looking on the front here? That could be another attack to do. Yeah, I think I want to use the 11th Armored Cav there. Choices, choices, choices. It's been a great episode, and I think I'm just going to leave it here for today, because unfortunately it has been my time. But I think next time around, we'll use the Panzer Battalion 143 to engage the 3rd Battalion of the 170th, and we'll take the 3rd Squadron of the 11th Armoured Cav and engage the remainder of the East German forces near Auersfeld. That seems like a good idea, and we might be able to find kills elsewhere as well while we're at it. Okay, sounds like fun. But that's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.